We featured mechs and dinos on this channel before, and it was only a matter of time before we had our first ninja. Okay, it's still technically a mech, and judging from the community poll, Mr. Shinobi over here seems to be super popular with everyone. But is the actual set any good? This is a review of the Sluban PR Mecha. That's it, that's what they called him. Not even a color like red or green, which is unimaginative. Sluban, if you are watching, let's work together to make something cool. The box art features a nice rendering of the set. I don't have a physical box to show you since I ordered this from TEMU, but I've seen one of the other PR Mecha boxes in the mall and it was nice. It had like a glossy texture to it. The instructions were typical Sluban, easy to follow with good pacing. Bagged and group parts makes building these a fun time instead of an existential experience like some other alt sets. Nice metal glossy stickers. Here it is, standing proud, and yes, I am glad to report that it is indeed standing on its own 2 feet. Nice. We might finally be able to recreate the poses on the instruction booklet this time. Stick around for that. Height-wise, it's less tall than Flaming Halberd but a little taller than the Bracer Phoenix. Side note, my TEMU mech shelf is starting to look great. I feel like I'm building a MOBA team here. I have the tank, the fighter or DPS, and an assassin. Oh, and the creeps or minions.
Shut up!
Whoa, someone's feeling snappy.
I didn't have my daytime nap today.
The proportions of this set is the most human out of all the mechs I have, so it makes sense that it can stand quite well. It uses primarily black plastic with grey and red pieces sprinkled throughout. Black shiny plastic is notoriously hard to show properly on camera, so I hope you are seeing this just fine. It's unfortunately a bit of a fingerprint magnet. A closer look at the head reveals a custom molded and printed piece with the visor in red and some grey detailing. It's on a teeny tiny ball joint which allows some rotation, which is stopped by the neck guards. Grey ingot style pieces on a clip here to break the black monotony. This part moves up and down thanks to these clips, but I don't know why. The chest features a nice trans orange dish piece that suggests that this is a glowing air intake of some kind. Glossy red and black stickers here, and as you can see that this right one is a little messed up. Now I don't want to blame anyone for my stickering skills, but in this case the die cutting of the sheet wasn't good, and when I was pulling up the sticker it kept pulling on the surrounding area, so that's why it's a little mangled. Further down is this torso made up of red and grey pieces. The whole thing can rotate in aid of posing. There are these weird arms here on the waist. I don't know if these are supposed to be extra limbs or just part of the suggestion of a mech skirt. It moves easily enough and stays put, so fine, whatever. These legs are the best mech legs that I have built, bar none. And yes, I am counting the legs of the original LEGO mech armors. This is just thick enough to support the body. The joints are also amazing as I can adjust it easily without it just falling apart. I don't need double jointed knees, just always use this style. It's stiff and keeps position. It can even rotate. Shiny stickers here with some sort of honeycomb pattern. The knee gears are silver with this tan colored axle. Knee pad that can move some degree before this just eats off. The shaping of the shins and the simple feet are top notch. They stay together even during extended posing sessions. I'm not usually a fan of the flag piece being used in this manner to like cover joints, but in this case I think it's fine. Moving back up, we see the shoulders that have these pauldrons with more honeycomb patterned stickers. Interesting elbow joint that uses 2 pneumatic T-pieces and thin axle beams to create a sort of double joint that allows good flexibility but tends to get pulled out quite easily. Mech hands that are actually hands and not just a molded fist. I forgot to call that out in the halberd video. There is a clip here so he can hold his weapons, but before we get to those, let's talk about this thing on his back. These metallic looking limbs on his back reminds me of Doc Ock, you know, the Spidey villain, but it seems from the use of trans orange pieces here that they glow and perhaps shoot off beams of light and energy. At least that's what I am getting from this aesthetic. They articulate using several ball joints which allows you to position them freely, but only 1 or 2 configurations really make sense. For weapons, he has 2. First are these double-edged blades that use trans red pieces. They can spin on axis like this. I mean, that seems like a good way to accidentally chop your hand off Luke style. Oh no! Good thing he has this second weapon to replace his hand. A 3-pronged spinning spear weapon. It can open like this, and there is a trans blue piece here in the middle that can presumably also shoot laser beams. Or maybe it can even generate electricity. That seems cool as well. Now it's time to recreate the poses in the manual. Okay, that was actually a lot more fun than the others, and we managed to get close. The difference is the pics here in the manual are just CG renderings. I don't think they test out the poses using the real thing, which leads to the disparity between what they show on the box and what is actually possible in the real world. Accessibility. I'm glad there is a baseline accessibility when it comes to Sluban mechs. There is a level of consistency here not found with other alt brands. Now I cannot speak for their other sets, but the mechs have been nothing but kind to me. Well, mostly kind. The wings of the halberd and the legs of the Bracer Phoenix still scares me. This set gets a 4 out of 5 stars in accessibility. Quality. This ninja mech looks like it will be right at home as a Zord-like vehicle for the Oniwaban. Great styling and a stable design. Looks mean on a shelf next to other sets. What more can I ask for? Okay, so a couple of studs are loose. They really do need better quality control. But that is a very minor complaint for me on this set. And while filming, this clip broke clean off as I was trying to return the weapon. And that's not good. I couldn't find the same spare piece in the parts bin, so I used a smaller clip piece. Remember to be careful with this part if you choose to buy this set. Quality score of 4 out of 5 stars. Value. I got this set for about $20 which is, to be honest, a really good value for a display of this size. I will put a link to purchase this set in the description below. You can get it with a box on Amazon or other stores, but if you want to save a bit of money, TEMU has the no box variants. It's a fun time either way, but I know some of you collect boxes. If I had the space, I totally would display them as well. Value score of 5 out of 5 stars. We now have 3 Sluban mechs on our shelf and I'm looking to add other brands to this collection. Do you have suggestions? Please comment them down below.